Paul NABOR, known as Alfonso Palacio in a former life, was laid to rest as he had lived his life, humbly, surrounded by loved ones, with passion and with song. His send-off was testimony to the impact he made on his people and his country, befitting the esteem in which this musical legend was held. Some persons traveled from afar to say goodbye, but probably just as he would have wished it, the majority of those in the church Saturday morning were family, friends, and those from the community who knew and loved him. Nabi, the man and the musician, was much loved and respected.
Your voice is a drought and a deluge. It is African, Amerindian, Garifuna, and Belizean. It is a cry of anguish, a sultry, seductive love-making under touch moon. Nabi, in the twilight, you took to the world stage, educating younger artists. In the pedagogy of proceeding, you didn't need to go. You did it for them. Always ready to help, showing that art is not about glory, but about how to live.
Thank you for your contribution to keep GARIFUNA duo alive all over the world. Like a great actor, you have made your last stage performance. You have gave your last act, and now you have taken the backstage for the curtain to be drawn one last time. May Joseph Chatouillet, Alio Beni, Thomas Vincent Ramos, Pablo Lambe, Gabaga, Joe Tump, Junior Aranda, and Mr. Cookie, and also Andy Palacio, and all the ancestors come to meet you in the glory of the Almighty.
Paul NABOR will be remembered by the nation as the King of Paranda, a title to which he held undisputed claim in his later years. Music was a part of his everyday life, and he was rarely without his guitar, but in his lifetime he only recorded 10 songs. Aside from Paul NABOR the musical artist, there was NABOR the man, a sawmill worker, chiclero, fisherman and bouyer, fruit company worker, songwriter, and father to his only child, Monica Marie Martinez.
He always told me, "Daughter, I have to do good things for people in order for you to have good things in your life. God will bless you, daughter, abundantly, because you was not a child that gave me and my sisters who raised you problems. If you're a problem now, you're on your own. But when you was growing up, you was a good child. And that is nice to hear and to keep it in your memory from a father that is so loving, caring, and giving. When he didn't have it to give it to me, his sisters did. And I thank each and every one of them because they taught me love."
NABOR's life was celebrated in church through song, the passionate rhythms which were so much a part of his life. And the man he considered a son said goodbye with the words of the song made famous by NABOR himself. As much as the funeral was a celebration of his life, the grief of his passing lay heavy on the shoulders of those who loved him, his family and close friends, and perhaps especially on the shoulders of his only daughter, who honored her father one last time.
Lebi dambai
The ceremony lasted a full 2 hours before the body of the legendary Parandero was led to his final resting place, escorted by the BDF guard and the rhythmic voices of his Garifuna people. Mike Rudon for News 5.